And now, your Call Sam forecast first with meteorologist Brian Briggs.
Well, the leftover rain that we've been seeing is mainly confined to our southern and western parishes down in Louisiana, but we just had a little rain shower pass over the studio here, so they're out and about tonight, and they will be over the next couple hours as some of the remnants from the storm activity that we've seen throughout the day continues to kind of push its way off towards the south and west across the Arklamis. For tonight, though, going to be wrapping up at around after midnight or so, starting off dry with some of those afternoon showers and thunderstorms possible once again after about noon. That's your forecast first. NBC 10 News at 10 starts right now.
Live from your local news leader and the Spirit of Community Award winner, this is NBC 10 News at 10.
After 10 months, justice is finally being served for a canine that was killed while in pursuit of an attempted murder suspect. We'll tell you what sentence the man is now facing. And the cleanup begins for many flood victims in Arkansas. We'll show the disaster one family came home to. Plus, a family is suing the Phoenix Police Department. We'll show you the video of the confrontation that was all caught on tape. Hello and happy Father's Day to all of the wonderful fathers out there. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Gabrielle Pfeiffer. Chelsea Jones is off tonight. A single vehicle crash killed a man from Winfield today. The crash happened on Highway 471 at French Cemetery Road. A 17-year-old female was driving the car when she lost control of the vehicle. 5 other occupants, including the driver, received minor to moderate injuries. The driver was cited for careless operation and no driver's license. A man and a woman are facing charges after a drive-by shooting in Ouachita Parish. Deputies say 19-year-old Samantha Donnelly was driving a vehicle on East Caples Road when the passenger, 26-year-old John Norton, fired multiple shots toward a home. Deputies say the victim and her 10-year-old son were inside the home when the shooting occurred. Norton admitted to shooting the weapon but says he wasn't trying to aim at the home. Both suspects are being charged with assault by a drive-by shooting. And justice has finally been served for a Lincoln Parish police dog who was killed in the line of duty. The man accused of killing the dog sentenced to the fullest extent. NBC 10's Anna McAllister spoke with one of the deputies who says he's satisfied with the punishment.
It's been a long 10 months for the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office, but justice has finally been served for one of their own. Canine Officer Sergeant Boko lost his life in the line of duty last August. This week, the man accused of killing him was finally sentenced.
It's been a, ongoing process through court and stuff, and this past Tuesday, Roberson pled guilty as charged.
Back in August, Vincent Robertson was on the run in Ruston after deputies say he shot his girlfriend in the head in Monroe. He ran into a wooded area near Chandler Road. It was the last place deputies say Boko was seen alive.
They observed Robertson to run out of the house into a wooded area. The decision was made then to deploy a dog. Right at a minute after the dog was deployed, they heard anywhere from 6 to 7 gunshots, and then all was quiet.
Lincoln Parish deputies later found Boko's lifeless body laying in the woods. Williams says the loss weighed heavily on the entire sheriff's office.
He was our dog, and he belonged to everybody here in the department.
Robertson was sentenced to 10 years hard labor for Boko's death, the maximum sentence he could receive for killing a canine officer.
It's still a tough pill to swallow, but we're satisfied with it.
Williams remembers Boko as a full-time, hard-working officer and part-time lovable lapdog.
He was very easygoing, wanted to be the center of attention. I tell people he always thought he was a much smaller dog than he really was. Would crawl up in your lap and constantly beg for attention.
For 4 years, Boko proudly served his community, leaving behind the legacy of a courageous officer and best friend. Reporting in Ruston, Anna McAllister, NBC 10, your local news leader.
Boko was 6 years old when he was killed. During his time with the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office, Boko helped solve over 100 drug cases and helps find missing children and dementia patients. The mayor and police chief of Phoenix expressed outrage today over a confrontation seen on video between police officers and a family. NBC 10's Molly Hunter has the new developments and a warning: the images are quite disturbing.
A family held at gunpoint. Aisha Harper, 5 months pregnant with her 2 young daughters.
Put your hands up. Hands up.
Harper's fiance, Drayvon Ames, handcuffed by another officer.
When I tell you to do something, you do it. I am.
He started to be of rage and just bang on windows and yell slurs. I'm going to shoot you in your face.
The confrontation in May because police say the parents had stolen from a nearby dollar store. Today, the police chief is speaking out.
I am with everyone in the community who's angry, who's outraged.
The officers in the video have both been moved to desk duty.
I know this department is better than that. I know our community is better than that.
The family now plans to sue the Phoenix Police Department for $10 million.
It was the scariest time of my life. I have never been in a situation like this.
Jay-Z has now reached out offering to help the family with legal expenses, and the mayor of Phoenix tweeting, "I refuse to let this type of behavior to go unchallenged," and announcing a community meeting on Tuesday with the police chief.
At the end of the day, I have to take responsibility and be accountable.
Molly Hunter, NBC News.
Flooding is finally over for most parts of central Arkansas. The cleanup process is just now getting started. One church is stepping in and helping out.
Sandbags and even this boat are still around.
We had a little island for a good little while.
Brenda Brown Elliott's home on Easter Woodpoint Road in Faulkner County, damaged by floodwaters.
It's just been a lot. It's stressful.
Piles of wood and debris like this scatter her front yard.
That's my entire kitchen and living room floor underneath the flooring.
This dumpster filled with items that used to be in her home.
To throw everything away, it's just hard. I opened the door and I cried like a baby.
Inside the house,
it was pick a spot and let's just get it, because that's all we could do.
The damage is even worse in every room. Volunteers from New Life Church helping Brenda clean up.
So we've taken sheetrock out, we've moved furniture, we've moved a refrigerator.
Their help has been more than amazing.
And this is just what's left behind from the flood. Right now we're standing at what used to be their living room and kitchen. The family tells me now they're just waiting for FEMA to help out.
We have been on the phone, sat for hours and hours to try and get some sort of direction.
For now, Brenda is just taking things one step at a time.
Okay, we're standing, we're healthy, and we'll be okay.
There are still many families who have yet to see the extent of the damage done to their home. And coming up on NBC 10 News at 10, one girl is turning local problems into practical solutions. We'll show you the invention she wants to share with the world right after the break.
And our showers and storms today were quite abundant across the Arklamis, but we may actually not see as many tomorrow due to this activity. We'll talk about what that means for our rain chances as we start the work week when NBC 10 News at 10 continues.
Closed captioning, sponsored by Vantro Toyota. Right on the corner, right on the price. Need guidance on making better financial decisions? Watch Your Money. And get tips on everything from home mortgages to protecting yourself from internet fraud. Your Money, Monday on NBC 10 News Today. Brought to you by Homeland Bank. If you see news happening, call the NBC 10 News hotline to send us your video or post it on our Facebook page.
Because what happens in your community
matters to us at NBC 10.
NBC 10 News Hotline, your local news leader.
At Interstate Hyundai, you'll find the hottest deals on our hottest models. It's our summer sales event. A Santa Fe is now $26,880. A Hyundai Tucson, just $21,880. An Ioniq Hybrid, $5,000 off. A Kona, $17,880. A Veloster, $15,880. Or an Elantra, $15,880. And an Accent, only $13,880. Shop 24/7 at InterstateHyundai.com. Your hot deals are here because it doesn't take a big payday to buy at Interstate Hyundai in West Monroe.
Houston, where cultures come together,
where inspiration
takes center stage,
and big dreams come true.
It's where fun happens every day.
Houston's a city on the move.
It's a city that makes you groove.
That's the heartbeat. That's the rhythm of my town. Of my town.
My town. My town.
Our town.
H-Town.
Houston is a city that inspires. Visit Houston for yourself and find out where the inspiration leads you.
This summer, your road trip starts at Vantro Toyota. No matter where you're headed or what you're bringing, Vantro's huge selection of new Toyotas is ready to roll. Hurry, get giant discounts on new 2019 Tacomas, plus $2,000 rebates. Or get giant discounts on new 2019 Tundras, plus take $7,500 off. Or 0 for 72s available. So hurry to Vantro Toyota. Now more than ever, right on the corner, right on the price.
10 News at 10 continues.
A 14-year-old has invented a new cap for premature babies that protects their hearing. Olivia Washburn is the creator of a specially designed cap for preemies to wear in newborn intensive care units. The cap is designed to reduce harmful sounds and can be adjusted for a snug fit over the baby's head. Her main motivation came because she was a premature baby born 6 weeks early.
Premature babies, their auditory system is not fully developed since they are born early, so these sounds that can seem normal to us are actually really hurting their ears.
Olivia currently has 2 patents pending on her cap. If testing goes well, she hopes to get into the marketplace in about a year and a half.
That's
Brian,
cool.
yeah, I know.
So
I love to see young girls like that doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that one with the hot car thing, that was also really, really cool as
Yes.
well. And we had some rain around for our Father's Day today. We'll see that continuing for the start of our work week. We'll talk about all the details coming up when NBC 10 News at 10 continue.
Who will win the Twin City Outdoor Yard of the Year contest and receive these incredible prizes valued at $6,000? Be watching this Thursday on Fox 14 News at 5:30 when we'll announce the grand prize winner. Brought to you by Twin City Outdoor Equipment.
For nearly 100 years,
Entergy has powered our stories.
Stories of hope, triumph, resilience.
1.3 million customers. More than 5,000 Louisiana employees.
Each one a story.
From rebuilding marshlands
to opening new doors for students.
Entergy ensures that all of our stories shine brighter.
Because together,
we power life.
Up for anything? Nissan is. And Nissan SUVs have advanced tech to help guide you to the perfect spot. Stay connected. And take any trail. Nissan SUVs. Up for whatever you are. For a limited time, save up to $3,500 or get a low $199 per month lease on the 2019 Rogue.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You heard about that Earn Better checking from Centric?
I have 4.15%. Hello?
Hello?
Earn Better checking. Earn 4.15% APY on balances up to $20,000. Just another way Centric is helping you live better.
Stay informed with the Business and Consumer Report on NBC 10 News today.
Featuring big business and consumer stories that affect us right here in the Arklamis.
Tomorrow at 5 on NBC 10 News Today. Sponsored by Goldman Equipment. Live Storm Tracker Doppler Radar. Sponsored by bankruptcy attorney E. Orem Young. Now, your local weather with meteorologist Brian Briggs.
Well, good Sunday evening to you and happy Father's Day. Hopefully you were able to still enjoy your plans, even if they dealt with being outside, considering that we had a very, very wet and stormy day today. But even as we get into this evening, some of us are still seeing some showers. We actually had a little rain shower move right over the studio here just about 15 minutes or so, and some of us still dealing with those showers outside. But they should be winding down through the remainder of the evening, and but temperatures are on the cooler side. We've dropped down to about 71 degrees, and winds are out of the north-northwest, kind of variable due to that shower activity across the area. Let's check in on our rainfall totals for today, and it looks like western sections of the Arklamis really got in on the heavy rain today. Ruston getting almost 1.3 inches of rain, so quite a bit out there. Not so much here in Monroe, though. We only hit 0.2 of an inch, and we just probably picked up a little more with that shower. But as you can see, there where the greens are, just that little spot. So all in all, though, rainfall amounts generally light as those showers and storms push through. They kind of evaporated, though, especially the further south and east that they worked. Temperatures right now, a little bit cooler where all those folks have seen the rain, generally upper 60s out towards the west, and generally lower to middle 70s everywhere else. So kind of cooler for some, maybe a little bit warmer and humid for others, but all in all, it's starting to wind down here. As our live storm tracker Doppler radar brought to you by Young shows, mainly the best shower and storm activity remains in our southern and western parishes at this point. So cannot rule out some isolated showers though for everybody else, but the worst is done for the day, and this will impact our rain chances for tomorrow in a positive way at least. So as you can see, quite a bit going on in the mid-south as we've had kind of two areas of disturbances moving through. We had our first disturbance move through our area, then we had a larger area of showers and storms move out into Texas, and that's what's going to kind of mess up our weather for tomorrow. So as you can see, it's moving towards the south and the east, and eventually this will all push off to the coastline here. As you can see, what this is going to do, it's going to really kind of mess with the moisture and instability that typically kind of resides in the Gulf of Mexico, and will kind of limit our shower and storm chances as we head into the start of the upcoming work week. So future tracker showing that tonight is going to be mostly quiet. We might see a few showers tomorrow morning in southern Arkansas, but generally most of us will be dried for the start. And then as you can see, by about noon, you'll see some of those scattered thunderstorms developing once again. But keep in mind, future tracker really kind of overdoes it a little bit. I don't think we'll see this many across the area, but still, think about 40% chance of showers and storms will greet us for our Monday. So just keep that in mind. Not everyone will get in on the storms today, or tomorrow, like what we did today, but that chance will be there. And it looks like Tuesday we will be starting to dry out, although chances will not completely go away by the time we get to Tuesday. Checking in real quick on our river level graphics here. Again, Mississippi River is really the main river that we're watching here, and going to be remaining above major flood stage, but then eventually starting to get under that as we head into the end of the week. So there's some good news there. For tonight, we're going to be wrapping up, though, those showers and thunderstorms. Really not dropping too much temperature-wise. We've pretty much already hit our low. For tomorrow, getting into the upper 80s again. Scattered showers and storms possible. If we get a little bit more destabilization, we could see more in the way, but honestly, I'm just not feeling it as far as widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. I think it's going to be mainly about a 40%. So that's actually the highest chance of rain on our 7-day forecast here. Some of those shower and storm chances linger into Tuesday. We'll get a break for our Wednesday, and then another little disturbance moves through for Thursday, bringing yet again about a 30% chance of showers and storms. By the Friday and Saturday time frame, things will be drying out. It'll get hot and humid once again, pretty typical for this time of year. Maybe some isolated showers and storms by Sunday.
Hopefully it doesn't rain tomorrow. We're going to pray it doesn't.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of a conditional threat, so let's hope they kind of stay on the lower end.
Crossing my fingers. All right, thanks, Brian. When we come back, a loaded leaderboard at the U.S. Open this morning, but could Gary Woodland hold on for his first major championship? Plus, Arkansas looks for some answers after yesterday's tough loss to Florida State. We'll have an update from the Hogs next in sports.
A real Jim Taylor deal includes so much more than just passing along Chevrolet's incentives. Our dedicated sales and financial managers listen to your needs.
I love everything about Jim Taylor. The people, the service department here. When we buy a vehicle from Jim Taylor, I know that they're going to stay with us through the long haul and keep it running.
We remind you when your vehicle needs service, and we even offer to pick your vehicle up for service and return it to you. Come experience what we're all about at Jim Taylor Chevrolet.
Get your mower going. Head out to the high grass. Washita Lawn and Garden. Get the tools to do it fast.
Washita Lawn and Garden has great deals on Skag power equipment. Come in now and get a Skag Liberty Z mower for payments as low as $100 a month, which comes with a 5-year, 750-hour warranty. Ask about our pay cash and save price. Washita Lawn and Garden is your premier Skag dealer.
At Interstate Hyundai, you'll find the hottest deals on our hottest models. It's our summer sales event. A Santa Fe is now $26,880. A Hyundai Tucson, just $21,880. An Ioniq Hybrid, $5,000 off. A Kona, $17,880. A Veloster, $15,880. Or an Elantra, $15,880. And an Accent, only $13,880. Shop 24/7 at InterstateHyundai.com. Your hot deals are here because it doesn't take a big payday to buy at Interstate Hyundai in West Monroe.
We are Floorworks Flooring America here in West Monroe on Cypress Street. We would love to help you Know what's going to work best with your budget as well as your lifestyle. Please come and see us for any of your flooring, countertop, and decorating needs.
For more expert advice, log on to myarclemis.com.
Hi, I'm Ken with Ken's Coffee Service, your local office coffee and filtered water cooler specialist. Now offering your Chief Whole Home Water Purification System. Look us up on myarclemis.com.
Now, your local sports with Spencer Tillis.
Well, it wasn't exactly the start to the College Baseball World Series that Arkansas was hoping for yesterday as they got shut out in their opener against Florida State. Now, the pitching did its job. Isaiah Campbell was fantastic. He didn't give up a run over 7 innings pitched. However, the bats, they came up small for the Hogs. The Razorbacks managed just 5 hits as Drew Parrish was dominant in his own right. He went 8 innings strong, struck out 9. Our very own Alyssa Orange made the trip over to Omaha and has an update on the Hogs following today's practice.
Arkansas practicing out at Bellevue East High School today ahead of tomorrow's matchup against Texas Tech. After practice, we asked head coach Dave Van Horn who will be starting against the Red Raiders, and he said it will be the freshman Connor Nolan.
He's kind of had a pattern. If he doesn't have a good start, he comes back with another one that's pretty good right after it. So hopefully that'll continue.
Definitely exciting. I mean, obviously just mentally preparing today, getting ready, and just gonna try to leave it all out there. I'll be good. I don't really get nervous during baseball. You know, I've been on big stage obviously with football, but you know, I'm just gonna go out there and handle it, and you know, I'll be anxious. I get anxious to go out there and throw the first pitch, but once I do that, I'll be good.
Big confident in him. He's been ready for this. He's been going against SEC teams. He's going back against the wall. He's ready for this.
Nolan with a 3-5 record on the year, a 4 ERA. He said it's a dream of his to pitch at Omaha. He will have that opportunity tomorrow against the Red Raiders. There's no panic in this Razorback baseball team that now finds themselves in the losers bracket. They're focused. They've put yesterday behind them, and they are ready to move on to the Red Raiders.
We just don't dwell on it. You know, the sun came out today. It's not the end of the world. It's baseball. That's what's going to happen. And we just move on. We know we don't want this to be our last game. We want to keep playing with each other, so that's what we're going to play for.
You just kind of got to tip your hat to the guy yesterday. He pitched a great game, mixed really well, and then kind of refocus on tomorrow's game. You know, we have a ton of confidence in our offense, and we're not really worried about it.
Coach Van Horn reminded them that it was last year Oregon State lost their first game and, of course, went on to win the national title. So it has been done in the past. No reason Arkansas can't do it again here in Omaha in 2019. Alyssa Orange for the Pig Trail Nation. Let's head back to you.
Thanks, Alyssa. And as you mentioned, Arkansas now moves over to that loser side of the bracket. They have an elimination game here in, well, just about 12 hours. 1 o'clock, they are squaring off against Texas Tech. Got to get a win in that one. Meanwhile, a pair of games going on today on the other side of the bracket. Vandy held on for a 3-1 win over Louisville in their opener. Meanwhile, Auburn and Mississippi State going at it right now. Auburn is up 4-1. Bottom 9 right there, 3 outs away from picking up that opening win. Meanwhile, everything changed in the NBA yesterday when the Pelicans finally agreed to trade their superstar power forward Anthony Davis to the Lakers. And New Orleans might not be done making moves just yet. Now, no team in the league is positioned with more assets than the Pelicans have right now. They got 3 first-round draft picks from Los Angeles in that trade. And they also got 3 very good players, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart. And now the Pelicans will have a couple of options to consider. Mainly, what are they going to do with this 4th overall pick in this year's draft? Now, they're rumored to want to try and shop it around the league and maybe get a positive veteran player in return. However, if they can't find a deal that makes any sense, they could always just use the pick themselves, go into the draft and find another nice young piece to add to their group. Either way, we should have some answers here pretty quickly. The draft is right around the corner. It's going to be on Thursday night. And it is Sunday at the Masters. The leaderboard was wide open headed into the U.S. Open Championship. Gary Woodland was holding on to a 1-stroke lead after 56 holes, and he looked to close this thing out for his first major championship today. Take things straight to the par 3 17th. Woodland holding on to a 2-stroke lead now, but he's on the wrong side of the green, forced to try and chip it over the ridge. Extremely difficult shot. It could get ugly in a hurry. And he almost jars it, stays in with that 2-stroke lead to the 18th, par 5 now. Looking to finish this thing off with some fireworks, staring down a 30-footer. and absolutely buries it for the birdie right there. What a performance as he went to 13 under, winning by 3 shots. A look at the final leaderboard. Koepka made a run at this thing as he finishes in second place, 3 shots back. He was the 2-time reigning champion. Tiger Woods had probably the most wild round that you'll ever see. 4 over through 6. That's not good. Then he proceeded to shoot 6 under on the remaining 12 holes. That's extremely good. He ended up being tied for 21st. That is going to be it for sports. We'll have another look at your forecast coming up next.
We're celebrating summer at Sparks Kia in Monroe with tons of great deals during the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Beat the heat with cool deals like these. New Kia Optimus with brake assist, blind spot and cross traffic warning, lane departure avoidance, rear camera and Bluetooth, only $17,995. New Sportage SUVs with Bluetooth, rear camera, keyless entry and more, now only $18,995. Plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Don't miss the Summer Sticker Sales Event now at Sparks Kia in Monroe. Get your mower going. Head out to the high grass. Washita Lawn and Garden. Get the tools to do it fast.
Washita Lawn and Garden has great deals on Skag power equipment. Come in now and get a Skag Liberty Z mower for payments as low as $100 a month, which comes with a 5-year, 750-hour warranty. Ask about our pay cash and save price. Washita Lawn and Garden is your premier Skag dealer.
From start to finish, Custom Carpets and Flooring are with you every step of the way. Whether it's a brand new build or a facelift to an existing home, our in-house interior design service can help you sort it all out. Whether it's a new backsplash, new flooring, or a new countertop, Custom Carpets and Flooring makes it easy. Custom Carpets can also sand and refinish the wear and tear of existing wood flooring. Be sure to ask about our 12 months same-as-cash financing. Custom Carpets and Flooring, proud sponsor of the St. Jude Dream Home.
At Franklin Medical Center in Winsboro, we offer services and care to help keep you well. Our newly renovated facility features orthopedic care, along with great rehab facilities. Dr. Jed Robinson offers those with urologic conditions the most effective treatments with the highest level of skill and care. Our renovated emergency department is fully equipped and staffed with care that's better, faster, and close to home. Franklin Medical Center in Winsboro, where our service is matched by the highest level of hometown care.
Scattered storms to start our upcoming work week with some lingering showers and storms into Tuesday, a little bit of a break on Wednesday, and then for Thursday another weak disturbance will move through, bringing about a 30% chance of more storms. And by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, nice, hot and humid though, and maybe some afternoon storms on Sunday. Highs generally in the upper 80s to lower 90s during the period, lows in the 70s, so pretty typical for June with some shower and storm chances sprinkled in.
It's starting to look painful, man. I missed last week's weather.
Oh my gosh, it was really nice last week.
That was abnormally nice, so
we'll just bring it back.
I wish. I'll try.
Right.